Hey, what's going on? I will get straight to it. So in this video, I'm going to explain Google Ads and how it can hurt your business. In the previous video, I talked about how it can help your business. In this video, I will talk about how it can hurt your business. Before I get into that, my name is Chris Gray. I co-own a marketing and consulting agency for home service contractors. I make these videos for you, the woman with a business in the trades. I've worked with a lot of couples. I've worked with just women-owned businesses in the trades. I have a heart for you and what you do. And at least in the couple situation where the guy is typically in the field and the woman is in the office, I guess this is for both situations, right? Because if you're a single owner or you're married and you're in the office, either way, you have to understand business and marketing in order for that business to grow. That's the most important part. So I make these videos to help you with that. Let me get straight to it. So if you don't know what Google Ads is, I will use this lemonade stand analogy, billboard, whatever, bear with me. So imagine having a lemonade stand, all right? And then you have your lemonade stand and you have a lemonade billboard, but you only pay that billboard owner when people actually come to your stand. That's what Google Ads is like. It's like having a billboard, which is your ads, like having a billboard online, and you only pay the owner, which in this case is Google. You only pay them when somebody clicks on that ad and goes to your website. Let me show you where you find these PPC ads really quick. All right, so this is where you find your Google Ads. It's also known as PPC or pay-per-click. So I typed in plumber near me, and what you'll see here is this right here is where an ad will show up. In this case, you see two of them. So sponsored and sponsored. That's the first place you'll see your ads show up. If you're lucky, it may show up here as well, where it says Lead Geeks. This is primetime real estate. Problem is you can't tell Google that I only want this spot. But if you could, that's what I would always do, because this is gold. But you'll end up right here as well. And then you'll also end up down here. Man, yeah, that's mainly it. Oh, man, it's here again. So the point being is you'll end up in three spots. You'll be at the top of the page, the very top, right below the Google Guaranteed. So right here, you have the sponsor. Then you end up here, if you're lucky. And then you end up down here at the bottom of the page. Okay, so here's where the Google Ads can hurt you if you're not aware or not careful what you're doing. So let's say you had your lemonade stand and you have your lemonade billboard and you're advertising for lemonade, but somebody walks up to your stand. They're like, "Oh, I saw your billboard. Do you have any lemon pie?" Now you still have to pay that billboard owner or whatever money you agreed to have that person walk up to your stand who was not a qualified person. But the deal was with the billboard owner, the billboard owner doesn't care if they're qualified or not. The deal is if they come to your stand, you pay me. That same concept happens with your Google Ads. So let's say that you have an HVAC company, right? You do AC repair. Then somebody looks up, car AC repair. They see your ad, they click on it, they go to your website, they recognize that you don't do car AC repair and they leave. Well, guess what? You're still paying for that. And if you're working with a marketing agency that doesn't know what they're doing and getting ahead of that, or if you're just getting started and you don't know what you're doing and you don't get ahead of that, that could be costly. You can end up paying for a bunch of customers who are not qualified for the service that you have. That's something that you really have to be on top of. Otherwise it can cost you a pretty penny. Also, it has a learning curve. I mean, to be good at it, it really does. They're trying to simplify it, but again, it's still not easy. So it's like, again, back to the lemonade stand analogy. Imagine having a lemonade stand that you have to run. All right, imagine a kid running a lemonade stand. They don't know what they're doing. Now they have to manage a digital billboard. So if you learn the digital billboard, now not only are they managing a lemonade stand and this digital billboard, if they want billboards in other cities or other neighborhoods, they have to manage that as well. That's a lot. Same thing when it comes to PPC. It's say you're just doing it or your marketing team is doing it or whatever. Let's assume that you don't know what you're doing or your marketing team may not be as adept with this. You're managing, I guess, one campaign for whatever city that you serve, right? But within that one campaign, you might be, hey, I want to go after water heaters over here within this campaign. And this other campaign right here, I want to go after drain cleaning. And then this is a lot to manage under one campaign. And imagine having different campaigns like that for each city that then again are all advertising for different services. There's a lot. I mean, if that's confusing, it's confusing because it is. There's a lot going on there. So there could be a learning curve when using PPC. One of the things too that I don't like about PPC or pay-per-click or Google Ads is, man, competition. Like, imagine having your If you're a lemonade stand, you have your billboard, you were controlling the neighborhood that loves lemonade the most. And it's only your billboard there, and you're just making, like, hand over fist. Then all of a sudden, another lemonade stand comes with their billboard, and another one comes with their billboard, and another one comes with their billboard. Now you're not making nearly as much money, and it becomes more expensive to advertise because there's so much competition. That same concept happens on pay-per-click. When things get really slow, regardless of the niche, whether it's plumbing, HVAC, tree service, electricians, whatever. When it gets slow, everybody runs to pay-per-click because it's like the instant answer. It's the way to get a call today. So everybody runs to pay-per-click when things get slow. And then what happens when everybody runs to pay-per-click when things get slow? Well, you have all these businesses, right? And there's little demand from the customers because, again, it's slow. So what does that mean for the lead? The cost of the lead goes through the roof. So when the competition heats up, then it's at that point, it's whoever can afford the most for the customer wins. And for the small truck, the one, truck in the truck or whatever, for that company, try to compete when you're going against another company that's venture back and they got fleets, fleets and vans and all that other stuff. You won't be able to compete with them. So that's where PPC gets tricky, especially if you have a small budget. And one of the biggest things that will trip people up with PPC is just making a mistake. Mistakes can be very, very costly. For example, going back to lemonade stand, imagine that you order 1,000 gallons of lemonade and you only manage to order 100. Well, now you have a problem, right? You need to figure it out and get it fixed, right? In the same way, that same type of concept happens on PPC, or pay-per-click, or Google Ads. It can happen in various different ways. Whether you are spending too much to bid on a keyword, I won't go on the rabbit hole, or whether you accidentally set too much, like you meant to set a campaign for $1,000 and instead you put 10. That example I just gave you, I only wanted to pay 1,000 and I ended up paying 10. That can happen if you're not careful, and it can happen in different ways. And there's other things that can happen with your campaign, but the mistakes with PPC campaigns can be costly. Trust me, I made them. And it sucks, man. It really does suck. And anybody who's ever ran these, pay-per-click ads at scale, at big volume, they've made the mistakes as well. And it's costly. So you got to watch out for that. Anyways, I think that everybody should have a pay-per-click campaign. Or you should. It's kind of like, it shouldn't be your long-term strategy because it's almost like you're renting traffic. You keep buying. You're like, hey, I just need to get some leads today, get leads today. And you're renting it. You're paying for it. The better way to get leads is organic. People finding you naturally and coming to your website, and you're not having to pay for that lead. Now you have to invest into something called SEO, or search engine optimization, to boost your organic ranking. That has to happen. But once you get there, you're making your money back from that investment. With pay-per-click though, it's like you're always renting. And some people build their entire strategy on that, and they can fall quick. So use pay-per-click, but use it, judiciously, like a little seasoning. Use it when, break glass in case of emergency, or keep things steady, or fill in the cracks. Use it as a part of your overall marketing pie, but it shouldn't be a significant chunk of your marketing pie. Hope that helps. Wait. Before you go, please like or subscribe to this channel. And here's why. That helps other people like you see this video. So if this video helped you at all, and you want it to help other people just like you, then like and subscribe, because that's the only way that it's going to help them. That's going to be the way for them to see this. I appreciate you watching. Thanks.